This is your sign to advocate for your kids and never take no for an answer. So, a little backstory. My daughter has ADHD and it has been a journey. Most people think that ADHD is typically just hyperactivity. No. Now, a few of her symptoms, it did include hyperactivity. She does bounce off the walls. But in addition to that, I've dealt with emotional dysregulation. I mean, meltdown city over the smallest little things. Her being angry and sad and not understanding why. Me not even being able to calm her down. Phone calls from the school almost every week. And to the point where I'm dealing with it at home. So it's like, I can't really give you any tips. She would also take her anger out on her little brother. The smallest, um, the smallest thing could result into a meltdown. Like just taking a shower. Like that is was the hardest thing for a very long time. She would be angry and tear up the room. And then she also dealt with unmasking. I do believe she's on the spectrum as well. Um, So I pick her from school, fine. Car ride home, fine. As soon as we get home, that unmasking because she's in her safe space. And it's just like, what in the world? I didn't know what was going on. For the longest, I did not understand. Like, nothing has happened from the school to the car to home. And now she has just blown up. She also dealt with rejection sensitivity and a few other symptoms. The list goes on. Like, we was really going through it. And it was so hard for me because that's a lot to deal with, but I'm trying to remember that, she cannot control this. She's not bad. She just lacks impulse control and emotional regulation, and it's not her fault. So I'm like, boom, we're going to try medication. Don't like medication, but we're going to try medication. First, we tried Vyvanse. That didn't do anything. So then I'm like, boom, I'm on Adderall. So we kind of like one and the same. So let's try Adderall at a low dose. Try it at 5 milligrams. But that heightened those symptoms that I was just talking about, those behaviors. And I couldn't understand like why her behavior got worse. I'm like, okay, what changed? And it was the Adderall. So boom, I stopped the Adderall myself and I got back to the normal level of those behaviors. So I called the doctor and let them know that, she's not responding well to the medication. They make an appointment. You got to go to the doctors for every single thing. All right, we get there, I think that next day is when they brought her in. And her suggestion was to increase the Adderall from 5 milligrams to 15 milligrams. I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. And if we do plan on increasing it, we need to counter it with some kind of anxiety med. And I preferred guanfacine. Probably not saying that right, but I've done my research on this. I already knew what I wanted her to have because I know I'm on Adderall myself. So I know what the side effects are. You can have heightened anxiety and heightened irritability, especially when it starts to wear off. So I'm like, unless we're going to pair it with something else, I'm not doing it. And I did express myself and my anger because she did not listen to me and I didn't feel heard as a parent. But cool, I don't take no for an answer. So they called in the 15 milligrams of Adderall. Totally fine. Did not do it. Called another doctor up that she goes to and I explained the situation and things like that. Guess what she did? She called that medication in. It's been the best 2 or 3 days of my life. Had y'all just listened to me instead of trying to make me come to all these darn appointments, we would not, so much time would not have been wasted. And I understand that all parents are not like me and whatever the case may be, but the doctor that we saw before, because this specific practice, you see a different doctor every time for some reason. So the doctor before that prescribed the 5 milligrams of Adderall, she asked me what I wanted to try because she knew that I researched. And that's how we got on this. But this other doctor did not listen to me. So long story short, these last few days has been amazing. The mornings have been smooth. Taking a bath has been smooth. The evening has been smooth. Like, she's a completely different child. It did not zombify her. It did not make her angry. Her personality is still there, but I can tell her to go clean her room or go do something, and it's just yes, ma'am, or okay. Like, it's just, she's still hyper, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to change it about her. I'm fine with that. It's the other stuff that was just out of control, but I am just so happy because I prayed to God about that. I said, please let this be the one. And y'all don't understand how proud I am that the medication that I've recommended, once again, is the solution. Because I do my due diligence. I don't play about what I put in my kid's body. So this is your sign to advocate, research, and never take no for an answer. Even when it came down to the Levorkin for Jace. His behavioral health doctor, she told me no when it came to the Levorkin for autism, talking about there's not enough studies on it. Baby, I already had him on that. It's just a low dose because it wasn't a prescription that I had to order. I already had him on that. Guess what I did? Went to a different doctor, got the okay. What did Jay start doing? Jay started typing full-blown sentences. Jace is potty trained. Jace eats at the table with us at dinner time without me having to chase him around. He would sit there the entire time. Before, he would only sit there for like maybe a minute. Like most of the time, I'm not even eating with them. I'm just sitting down on guard for him to take. Jace is able to follow two-step commands. Baby, I do not take no for an answer. And neither should you. And I'm just so happy because I am getting this peaceful home, and it feels so freaking good. The things that I prayed for coming to fruition. Like, it's beautiful. Like, I'm sitting in my bed chilling right now. Usually Zola be bullying Nolan and it be fighting. It's been the smoothest couple of days. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do. Oh my God. But my rant is over, y'all. Just always fight for your kids and even for yourself and your loved ones. Research, research, research. If you have parents who are on medication, don't be afraid to advocate for them either, because I've had to do the same thing with my mom, and some doctors will not take it well, but I don't care. I definitely pissed her doctor off that time because I told him what I wanted her to have, and he gave her what I wanted her to have. That's all I need you to do. That's it. And I only say that because doctors a lot of times make so many mistakes. We go into these offices, we fill out this paperwork before we go back there. We go back there, they ask us the same question, and they don't even read what's on the paperwork, and then they end up prescribing you a medication that you shouldn't. I've had it happen to me. I've had it happen to my mom's had it happen to her, and I just don't play the rodeo with that stuff. So, yeah, I'm out.